One of the tenets of Judaism is to watch out for each other. And your work with the Ethiopian community is remarkable. Tell us a little bit about how you first got involved and your experience in bringing Ethiopians to Israel.
Okay, as a matter of fact, as a young boy growing up in Rishon LeZion, Israel, we learned in school a legend about a Jewish tribe that is trapped beyond the Black Mountains of Africa and beyond the river called Sambation. Today I know that Sambation comes from the Amharic word Sembet, which is Shabbat. And as a matter of fact, this river is characterized as being fierce all week long, but on Shabbat this river rests. But Jews are not allowed to cross the river on Shabbat, so they are trapped beyond this river. And then in 82, when we had already 2,000 Ethiopian Jews living with us in Israel, and I was already working for the Jewish Agency, I applied to work with them, and since then I've been involved. Thanks God I had the chance to be part of history making by helping them to get to Israel, doing my part on Operation Solomon, which was a big operation in 91, bringing 14,310 Ethiopian Jews in one weekend to Israel, with the involvement, of course, of American Jewry and the American government as well. It was possible to get them out of besieged Addis Ababa while a war was going on in Ethiopia. And thanks God we could do it, and this is the best example of how Jews are responsible for one another.
What was the most challenging part of Operation Solomon?
Something that you wouldn't expect. We had worked out a very detailed plan to get the people out in an orderly way. We had an agreement with the Air Force that we will provide 1,000 people per hour that would summon at our embassy, and then we would bus them to the airport. But as things happen, every time when you plan, in this case, not 1,000 people per hour showed up, but all of them came at once. And we had such a crowd pushing towards a 6 feet large gate where everyone had to go through and identify himself and his family, that at the time no one got in and no one got to the airport, and planes who were over Eilat were sent back, and I was in charge. So the solution, again, came just because I remembered a very small detail that we had long bamboo sticks in our embassy for another reason. And I gave an order to the people at the gate to beat the people with those bamboo sticks on their heads, which is paradox. You come to save them and you beat them. But they turned away from the gate, and an Israeli elite IDF Air Force troop who came in order to give us security, not in order to help us organize, helped us to organize getting the people in an ordinary way into the embassy, and we could succeed in really doing it in a time that is unheard of, in 22 and a half hours net time from first takeoff till last takeoff. And we finished the operation taking 14,310 Ethiopian Jews out of the city. If we wouldn't have come up with this solution, we may have failed. So this was very critical.
What's happening now in Israel with the Ethiopian population? Are they more integrated into society? Like, what's the process?
The process is very, very slow. Israelis, are very harsh people. We don't embrace new immigrants, neither from the States, nor from the former Soviet Union, nor from Argentina, nor from Ethiopia. Although I try to convince Israelis that the others may not need it as much as the Ethiopians. Nevertheless, most of Israelis say when it comes up this issue of Ethiopian integration, let them come. It's okay. We want them. But don't bother us with really getting closer. And this is one of our failures. We need to convince the regular Israeli that by getting closer to the Ethiopians, he or she, the Israeli, the veteran Israeli, will gain. But
what do you think about the so an Ethiopian just won Miss Israel?
Yes, I was very happy. I know her. Yeah. I've known her since she was in 11th grade. I'm involved in an Israeli organization called the Sela Israel Crisis Management Center that helps new immigrants who went through any kind of tragedy. And within the work in the organization, we take care of orphans. She's an orphan. She was raised by her grandparents. And when I met her first, when she was in 11th grade, after speaking to her once, I said to her, usually I escort our orphans for a longer period of time. You don't need it. You are so strong. I didn't speak about her beauty. You don't need it. But anyhow, I was her parent at the graduation ceremony when she finished 12th grade. So at least I have pictures of that, which I took for her, and I have some for myself. Now I will recontact her and see if I can help her, let's say, even come and speak here in the United States to Jewish communities.
Sure. How many Jewish Ethiopians are in Ethiopia now?
In Ethiopia, less than 1,000 are waiting with permission to go to Israel. We believe that by Rosh Hashanah of this year, all of them will be in Israel, with some pending cases that will be remaining. In June, we are going to give over the school to the municipality. We have a Jewish day school there, to the municipality of Gondar, and therefore there is a big mission plan to go. I think it will be a very moving, not only ceremony, but moving meeting with the last one. Some of them will go with the mission back to Israel. I recommend everyone to take this last chance and go to Ethiopia, since there will be no other mission afterwards. And afterwards you can go to Ethiopia, but you will not witness any immigration from there to Israel.
What's unique about the Ethiopian Jewish community?
You know, when people fall in love, they not always know why. I can't really point out why I fell in love with them. Maybe their naivete, maybe what we call primitiveness, but in the positive sense, that they have retained things that we have lost on the way. Their relationship to one another, their politeness. They have, in my eyes, even antennas that we have lost. They know before you even know yourself how you feel towards them. So this is something very special.